You've probably heard people say you have to leave your comfort zone to grow. But what if that's not the whole story? Maybe it's something you're meant to return to, a little bigger and stronger each time. The comfort zone is more than just a mindset, it's a mental space that often shows through behavior patterns like sticking to routines or avoiding challenges. It's where things feel familiar and stable because you kind of know what to expect and nothing's pushing you too hard. Sometimes that's exactly what you need to recover from stress, process big changes, and get through the day without feeling overwhelmed. For some people, those familiar routines are what make them feel safe, settled, even happy. And that's totally valid. It matters. I've had seasons where I needed the steadiness more than anything else, just to make it through the day without burning out. So you can stay in your comfort zone, build routines around it, make choices that keep things stable. And for a while, that really works. Still, there's one thing it doesn't offer: growth. Because when nothing challenges you, your brain stays in safe mode. There's no reason to adapt, rethink, or try something new. But if you're not choosing change, life keeps moving, and the longer things stays the same, the more it can catch you off guard when something shifts. That's when discomfort shows up. Sometimes things just happen, routine breaks, plans fall through, or the day simply doesn't go how you expected. Other times, it builds slowly and you start to feel this quite kind of frustration you can't even explain. You're not challenged, not inspired, just stuck in the loops, hoping something will shift but not sure what or how. And when that kind of discomfort shows up, whether chosen or not, how you respond still matters. Because it reveals something, what you're avoiding, what you're afraid to lose, or maybe what you're finally ready for. Discomfort isn't always a bad thing. I know, that might sound strange, especially if you spend most of your life trying to avoid it. But when you choose it, you notice things feel different. Even a small challenge like learning a new skill or facing something unfamiliar can activate your brain in ways that help you grow and adapt. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be speaking up in a meeting, starting a side project, or saying yes to something you'd usually avoid. And the reason it works isn't just because it's hard. It's not a difficulty that changes you. It's a decision. You weren't forced into it, you saw the value in it, and you choose it anyway. And that kind of choice builds something essential in your life, not just skill or experience, but self-trust. Every time you stretch like that, even a little, you show yourself what you are capable of. I mean, starting this YouTube channel, easily one of the most challenging things I've ever done. No views, no feedback, no promise it will grow. Just the awkward feeling of putting myself out there, not knowing if anyone would watch, but I chose to do it anyway. That decision, that stretch, didn't just teach me how to make videos, it reminded me that I can move without certainty. And every time I do, I trust myself a little more. That's what I hold on to when moments in life don't feel clear. If you're curious where this all began, I've linked the video up here and in the description if you'd like to watch after this. So looking back, that moment reminded me how powerful chosen discomfort can be. It taught me things no comfort ever could. Because once you realize that, you stop seeing it as something to avoid and start recognizing it as part of growth. But life doesn't always wait for you to choose. Sometimes things just show up out of nowhere without warning. And suddenly you are in it, whether you are ready or not. So the question is, how do you train for something you didn't see coming? It's possible. There's a way to get better at handling discomfort, even the kind you don't expect. When something hits you hard and unexpectedly, and you feel it, that could be stress, fear, or the urge to shut down. Just admit it to yourself. Okay, this is fear, or I'm overwhelmed right now. That step matters because it helps your brain pause. Instead of reacting automatically, you will start to recognize what's actually happening inside you. That awareness gives you just enough space to choose a different response. Even something simple like shifting your posture, taking a breath to settle your nerves, or focusing on one small thing you can actually control. It reminds your body and mind that you are not stuck in the moment. You can still take a step. You can still move. Think about it like cold water. The first time you step in, your body panics. It's a shock. You feel deeply uncomfortable and you are overwhelmed. But if you keep exposing yourself to it in small regular doses, just standing in it for a moment, breathing through the discomfort, reminding yourself you can handle it, your body and mind begin to adapt. And over time, that repetition builds real strength, the kind that slowly turns into resilience. You train your inner system to stay calm, even when things feel intense. That's what this training is for. Not to escape discomfort, but to meet it with more strength and less fear when it shows up. Most of the time, that kind of strength doesn't come from doing something extreme. It comes from small, honest choices like doing the one thing you'd usually avoid. For me, it was turning down a great job opportunity, one that looked amazing on paper, but didn't align with what I truly value, even though part of me worried I'd regret it later. Yes, it felt risky in the moment, but it reminded me that I can trust myself, even when saying no feels uncomfortable. And for you, it might be asking for more time instead of saying yes just to avoid disappointing someone. Saying what you really think, not just what sounds agreeable. Asking for a pay rise because your work deserves it. Making the phone call you've been dodging for weeks. Or going to that event alone instead of skipping it just because no one's going with you. Each time you take a step like this, even a tiny one, you are not just facing discomfort. You are training for it. You are teaching your mind a new way to respond in the exact moments you normally hold back. And that's the point. You are not preparing for one specific challenge. You are developing traits that help in any challenge. Staying calm under pressure, having confidence in your own voice, the ability to move without all the answers. The more often you lean in, even just a little, the more your brain builds a kind of pattern memory. It starts to recognize, I've been here before, I made it through. And over time, that becomes your baseline because you are no longer reacting from fear. You trust in your own capacity. You're responding from experience. That's what makes this practice powerful. It doesn't change the situation. It changes how you show up in it, with more clarity, more trust in yourself, and a stronger belief in your ability to face what's next. And before you go, just know this. The comfort zone isn't something you escape or leave behind. It's part of your life, and it grows with you every time you step into something that once felt unfamiliar. You get to a point where those same things don't shake you like they used to. They start to feel surprisingly doable. That's how real progress happens. Not all at once, but one small move at a time. I hope this helped you feel a little more sure of yourself, or even just a bit stronger. And if it did, that's already a big win for you and for me too. Because knowing I've helped someone out there, that truly means a lot to me. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I always appreciate seeing what resonated with you. As always, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.